Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much, Onaya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video that I came across about how a white man went down to Botswana to marry a woman, and while he married the woman, like he really paid everything in full, bride price, and all that, and he said he is going to bring the wife to states so that she can go to school and all that. So the girl was actually not the one forcing all this. The man really wanted all this. And the parents were like, slow down, slow down. The girl's parents were like, slow down, slow down. But the whole thing happened, and the young lady traveled abroad, United States, to meet the man, and the man locked her in. Not just locking her in, she couldn't do anything, she can't go out, she wasn't mixing up with people and all that. That was another slave trade. And why that happened, eventually the man died, and only to find out that in his certificate, death and will, they found out that the man wrote single, that he was not married. He was not married at all. And the woman has been fighting, looking for a way to get justice and all that. And I am going to say this: all these palm colored people that move around to Africa looking for wives and all that, most of them are not good people. They are just looking for people that they will bring back to the state and enslave, because they feel like when they bring you over there, they have a lot of power over you. Let's get into this video.
Everybody meet Nelly. Nelly emailed me. Greetings. I humbly make this request because I would like for you to cover/investigate a story about a 22-year-old young lady who was bought with a bride price in Africa by a 56-year-old white man in Texas who trapped her in his house as a...
Marvin Watson, he discovered me through Facebook. That's in 2012. This man in the United States who wants to sponsor people from Africa to go study in the United States.
So Marvin went to Botswana and met her family.
So while he was here in Botswana, my parents wouldn't let me go.
So Marvin wrote the U.S. Embassy in Botswana to convince her parents. But that wasn't good enough for her parents. So Marvin proposed that they get married, and so they did. But in their culture, you have to purchase the wife as a respectful offer.
Culturally, the bride price is meant just as an appreciation from the groom side to the bride side, like the way it's supposed to be here in Africa. The bride price is just meant for appreciation to the bride's price, that now your daughter, we're gonna take your daughter from you and join our family, and that is just for appreciation. But now, I don't know how they discovered that, but they are just ruining the whole meaning, because now they are using it as purchasing.
And Marvin took it as he owned her, like property. So when he brought her over here, she wasn't allowed to go outside, make new friends, meet the neighbors, or even go to college like he promised her she would. Marvin lived with two other people, his son and his sister.
This is Regina Watson.
Did you ever get to meet her or anything?
Yeah. She got plucked out of Africa by my brother, wanting someone to take care of him, and it didn't turn out that way.
Now pay attention to everything she says.
Did he live with her, with his children as well?
She lived with him in Austin with my nephew.
Not Charles or...
Yeah, it was Charles.
Oh, okay, Charles and Regina, is it?
You're not putting my name in anything.
Now I wasn't able to find a photo of Regina, but when I asked her if she lived there when Nelly lived there, she denied and said she had to move out immediately.
Did you live with her while she was there for a little bit of time?
For like 5 minutes.
But Nelly said that wasn't true and that she lived there for almost a year. So I called Regina back.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, is Regina there?
What can I do for you?
What's with the hesitation, Regina?
You did live there for a year and you didn't move out.
Not for a year. Well, you mean when she moved in?
Yeah.
No, I was only there for a few months, only because my...
Okay, so you went from immediately to a few months. But that's not all, because Regina knew her brother kept it a secret, which means she kept it a secret too.
Really? So nobody, so he kind of kept
He
it...
never told anybody.
So he kind of kept it to the, as like a little secret.
Yep.
So when Regina moved out, someone new moved in. Everybody meet Felicia. Now Felicia became good friends with Nelly and also came to her defense.
Hello.
Hello, Felicia?
Yes, hi. I met Nelly through Marvin.
I've known Marvin for 20 plus years.
She used to work with Marvin years ago in real estate.
I moved in with Marvin after, well, let me say first, I went over to visit, and he had a new wife. And this new, quote, wife was Nelly.
But then she started catching the red flags.
That's when I started seeing things like, he just always had some excuse as to why she couldn't go somewhere, you know, or either she had to go with him, or either she had to stay at the house. She was always made to stay at the house. And I didn't like that.
That's when Felicia fought for Nelly to be able to go out.
That's when I said, no. I'm telling him, you know, she needs to go places. Marvin, you need to take her places. She can't be pent up in this house. This will drive anyone crazy. You know, she's young. She needs to be free. So we started doing things at least twice a week.
But sadly, it got even worse.
I think the most disturbing, and this is when I said, you know, this is not going to work, Marvin. I could see her just falling deep into these depressions. She became more and more depressed. And he's on some kind of pain management. Well, she took probably about half a bottle of his and trying to kill herself, trying to commit. She wanted to go home. And he wouldn't allow her.
But it even got so bad where Felicia had to pull Marvin off of Nelly.
I had to physically, like, get on top of him and pull him. What are you doing, Marvin? What are you doing? What is going on here? Why are you holding her down like that?
And after all of this, Marvin passed away, but he has a will. But on this will, it says that he is not married, which isn't true because he never got divorced. And Nelly just wants what she deserves now that she's a widow. And Marvin's family is preventing that from happening, even though they know what he did.
You tried to buy a whole human being. That you cannot put the price of 2 goats and a cow and helping them finish out their and think that you bought a person. If they knew what was going on over here to their daughter.
He's the one who spied on me, found me, convinced me to come over, wrote all these letters, made all these arrangements, and flew me over there. I never asked him to come over and take me here. He was the one who was convincing me and convincing everybody that he's taking me over there for school.
So let's all share this story and help Nelly get justice. My name's Eric Stone. Doses.
Oh, y'all got to hear this story. So I just recently did some content on Cori Bush and how she's getting investigated for hiring her husband, you know, to detail her security work. So y'all get this. Texas Representative Troy Loudmouth Niels, former sheriff, literally had the caucasity to call Representative Cori Bush's husband a damn thug. Now, tell me how to be offensive without actually telling me how to be offensive. But don't believe me. Just watch. Press play.
She doesn't even support the police. But the idea to pay her thug money to try to help protect her, this and that, for what? Maybe if she wouldn't be so loud all the time, maybe she wouldn't be getting threats.
Are you saying she deserves to be threatened?
No, what I'm saying is that when you're out there talking the way she does, I'm surprised that people are probably pretty upset because she's a pretty radical. She's pretty radical. And maybe she should tone it down a little bit.
Now, keep in mind, y'all, this is coming from a former sheriff that apparently is sexist as hell. He literally called women heifers and spoke out against the LGBTQ community and transgender prisoners. And he also oversaw a prison that had a lot of mysterious deaths in his jail. And he has been sued multiple times for allegations of misconduct and racial bias. Now, you see, Mr. Niels, he don't like women, especially loud black women. You know, the ones that want to protect themselves from racist ass people like him. Now, Mr. Niels, he wants to blame the victim for their own harassment. And it's the same dude that is all for guns and having as many guns as one can possess. Oh, but when it comes to freedom of speech, not so much. Apparently, there has to be a limit to how loud a black woman can be. But I'm going to go ahead and shut up and get on out the way and let Representative Cori Bush, give it to you with no chaser. Without further ado, Miss Bush, if you would.
Absolutely ignorant, anti-black, racist, and sexist tropes by a sitting member of Congress who is a colleague. I have never even met this person. I've never even talked to him. And for him to spew something so disgusting, number one, to call my husband my thug, what qualifies him as a thug? What does he know about him to call him a thug? That is a dog whistle. And then also to tell me that, I'm being too loud. Me advocating for St. Louis is I'm being too loud. How about if you would have fixed the issues that St. Louis has? I wouldn't have to talk about it. I wouldn't have to fuss about it. But yes, I'm going to be loud, and that's okay. If I want to be loud, if I want to be quiet, that's my prerogative. Him putting his mouth on it just shows his, racism
at its best. And those would be facts on facts on facts on top of facts. Carry on.
So this is all I got from the videos, and the fact that black women cannot even stand up for what is right or what is wrong. Like, when you are fighting for not just only you, for everybody, you are loud. I mean, what is the definition of being loud by these people? Because I really don't understand it. They always look for a way to turn a black woman down or black people down because you are not supposed to speak. Yeah, you are not supposed to speak as a woman. And that is really one of those things we keep talking about how in workplaces and all that, when you try to speak up when something is going wrong, you are called loud. And he ended up also calling the husband thug. How? If they had done their job as humans or as whoever, she wouldn't have been coming out to remind them or tell them about that. But I love the fact that she is loud, and let her not stop being loud. They want to see loud. We will show them how to be loud, because this is just stupidity. For some people to see a black person talking and the next thing you hear is that she is loud. This is how we speak. This is how we speak. How do you want us to speak? How do you want us to act? You want us to act the way you want. We cannot act the way you want. And then let's get into see. I keep saying that, you see, all these white saviors, I have my reservations about them. And I really feel so bad about this young lady because she has gone through it. And the man is no more, and she started seeing some certain things. The man that came down to Botswana, right, and married her, paid everything in full. And he said, I am bringing you back over here to continue your education or something like that. When she arrived, he locked her in. Not going out, not meeting people, not saying anything and all that. For how long? And the funniest part was that when he died, his will and certificate says he was single. He was never married. See, I don't know. I know a lot of people, a lot of Africans. Okay, no, not a lot. Yeah, because what I am going to say, the woman never begged for it. She never begged for it. It was the man promising everything. But let me say this. A lot of Africans, see palm-colored people as savior, or see them as maybe an escape route to maybe poverty, or maybe to, maybe not poverty, just to live a better life, right? And then they end up in lion's den. Because what in the nonsense is this? She left her comfortable place, comfortable house, and all that, and went to where she went through some trauma, right? And you already better be careful. African American used to tell you, oh, but they think they are joking, like, or they think they don't want you to marry a pop color. Most of them are racist. They're just looking for something. Oh, there is a story that I know about a man who I think they met on one of these apps, and they started talking. And the man, like, so when one of my friends contacted me, was like, there is this man my sister is talking to, and I don't know the man. We are thinking maybe the man is going to marry my sister. I was like, how do you guys know this man? Where is he from? Blah, blah, blah. I asked all questions. I told him, no, do not let your sister go and meet that man. And then I told him that, and I did not bother asking or following up. The next time I heard stories was like, thank you so much that you told us not to continue with that because that man is like super weird. It happened that the man once married a black woman, Nigerian, right? And they divorced. They are divorced now, but according to the saying that the man can't travel out because he needs to pay for child support and the rest of it. So now he is looking for another Nigerian on the internet. And I was like, why did you not ask him why he divorced a Nigerian woman and why is he looking for another Nigerian woman? Really, sincerely, they are just going to pose as saints, and then when you get into it, you see how horrible it is. I hope we learn our lessons and stop giving these people opportunity to mess around with our mental health. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.